What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to it's not the kitchen table. What do you call this? An island?
Counter?
Welcome back to the kitchen counter. First time. Udi's moving around here, so we're kind of moving stuff around as we're trying to figure out where to put this stuff. And it may be the last time that we're in this house. So
it is.
Next video, we may find us in somebody else's kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
But welcome back to Bad or Bad Bite Size. Man, now that threw me off of what I regularly say. Anyway, I'm Leon, that's Udi. I'm pretty sure I put that in the titles anyway. Why am I even saying this? Go ahead. Well, who is the director of this? This is Pacific Rim Uprising. I keep wanting to say Pacific Rim 2. No. Pacific Rim Uprising. Director goes to Udi. Go.
Okay, so the director is Stephen S. DeKnight, and he is known for director-wise Angel, a couple episodes. Mm-hmm. Smallville, one of my personals. A couple episodes. One of yours.
Dollhouse.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Then Daredevil. First season.
Oh, okay.
Believe. Yeah, first season. And then
this one.
Uprising.
All right, cast.
I guess I got that one too.
You can say one name. And
well,
probably all that would really matter.
I'll go John Boyega.
Okay.
Scotty Eastwood. Kaylee Spinney.
Okay.
Spinney.
And then we got a bunch of other people who I can't pronounce their names. So...
Well, there's Charlie Day. Can't forget Charlie Day.
Charlie Day, and then Vern Gorham. Mm-hmm. Man, I suck with names.
No, you're right.
Vern Gorman.
Okay. And then the only real returning character was Rinko Kikuchi. Okay. Who was, Mako Mori.
Okay, cool. And synopsis goes like this. This takes place after Pacific Rim, 10 years after Pacific Rim. John Boyega is now... fatherless. John Boyega spends 10 years of his life kind of running away from his past, where he used to be in the same thing that his dad was, and then decided to just be a lone wolf, and is now at this point in time, is now a drifter who steals stuff for a living and lives in... It's funny because he lives in crappy apartments, or does not want to live in crappy apartments with the name of crappy apartments on the actual building. That's funny. Yep. Spoiler alert. Man, not too much of a spoiler. But is that the thing?
That's
without
fair.
Spoiling anything else, I guess I could say that he gets caught back into the Force and has to pilot one of the Jaegers.
Mm-hmm. I think that's fair.
And we'll leave it at that.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I want to say in a room he meets a little girl who's known for, or good at building stuff out of scrap material.
Yep, that's fair.
And actually we go into my gripes about that in the hour-long podcast, because I have a lot to say about just that particular aspect of the movie.
Yeah, we went a little bit further. We went nostalgia, but we also went further.
Okay, I have to say this is nostalgic for one reason only, is because our first review ever for an entirety of the show was on Pacific Rim. Mm-hmm. And now the sequel is out. It just kind of felt good to actually do this again. Even though half of our crew did not want to actually go see this, I felt like it was in our best interest to actually do this thing. So that's where we are today. That's how we got here. That's why we're doing this. And we're going on to the bad part. Not the bad parts. The bad plus. The good parts. Bing.
So, mine...
I think that's that.
Okay. Wow. Mine was... I don't know.
I know you have a good thing. You didn't bash the movie in our...
No, we didn't. It's a monster movie, and it delivers for that. It's a big monster movie on a huge scale. Has okay comedy elements to it, but overall, I mean, it's a monster movie, and it delivers on that. It delivers on what it is.
It is what it is.
Yep.
Basically, that's your good part.
Really, that's it.
You're so enthused. Okay.
I know. I'm like,
All right. So the only good thing I could find out about this film, in my personal opinion, is John Boyega. I still like him as an actor. He delivers on what he does, playing John Boyega in a movie. And that's pretty much all I really came to see.
It should have been John Boyega as himself.
Pretty much, yeah. And so the first draw to the first movie was Guillermo del Toro, but since I don't have him to rely on in this one, I am going to say John Boyega.
Agreed. I'll agree with you on that one, yeah.
I think I'll put in another one. The production design on this movie, the artistic direction.
For the most part.
The sets are wondrous. I like them. I like the world building aspect of this movie. Okay, I can't. I'm really trying to think of something.
Yeah,
okay,
no, that's it.
Let's move on to the bad parts. Go.
So, the good part is the same as the bad part, I guess. I mean, or the bad part is the same as the good part for me. It's a monster movie. I kind of enjoyed, comparatively speaking, to Pacific Rim. One of the things why I enjoyed Pacific Rim is characters.
Okay.
And inter-character relationships. This one doesn't have it. Weak overall story, basic and not very good interpersonal relationships between the characters. None of them were really anything that I wanted to really get into. Okay. So I think it's a fault of that. I think the movie would have been better. We would have cared more about what's going on if we cared more about the characters and also their relationships between themselves.
So it just being a straight robot movie is unappealing to you.
Right. Well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, in essence, if you're going into it for what that is, then you're fine. But I'm just comparatively speaking between Pacific Rim and Pacific Rim Uprising. Big difference right there.
Okay. I think my biggest gripe on this movie, that because I can't really find anything that I absolutely like, but I love the first half of this movie. The first half of the movie had some really good world building, had decent development, not as much as I would need to understand and feel something for a character, but decent development. And it was interesting in its premise. We had John Boyega and we had a little girl who are both similar in characters, and I thought we were going to get something that was going to be based on the development between these two. And then the tone of the movie also shifted a little bit more comical, just in the editing style and all this stuff. So I thought that's what set up the movie. And 20 minutes through, it felt that way. And then they get recruited to the place, the force.
Yep.
And then it all kind of just becomes a big CGI fantasy, which it is a big CGI fantasy, but
it
I mean,
is.
like devoid of story and emotion. Yep. Even though there was a story, I don't think we really cared for it that much. Well, I didn't care for it that much. I knew what was going to happen. It was not as interesting. We knew that the kaiju were going to come back. We knew the precursors were going to come back for some reason, and I was just more interested in how are they going to actually put them in this movie.
Yep.
And then how are they going to do the battle scenes? The battle scenes were all right, or decent.
Had some good stuff in there.
Had some good CGI moments. Had some good ideas. But ultimately, it was just a big Royal Rumble of CGI-ness. And I'm just not into CGI fights. It doesn't do it for me. No, it doesn't do it. Man, I really have to think about this movie. So stupid. Anyway, we go into actually what could make this movie better in the hour-long podcast. I think it could have been so much better if we would have just like extracted the first part of this movie out just a little bit longer.
Yep.
So we could feel something for somebody.
Yep.
I think we both agree that the character development was non-existent in this movie. Son of a bitch.
Yep.
All right, let's round table this bitch up.
All right.
Meh. Same?
Meh. I mean, I'm going to use you. Like, I don't have an opinion really, so I'm going to go that way. I'm just like, meh. Meh. Meh.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Meh.
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 So if you like robot movies, okay, you can go see this. It might be worth your time if you like seeing robots getting pummeled and the unrealistic logistics of how it works within that cockpit. Yeah, check your brain at the door. But it is pretty fun when you forget about logic.
Yep.
I could forgive a lot of movies. Everyone knows I forgive the Fast and the Furious, but I can forgive a lot of movies. I just got to remember that none of it's real. This can't really work. Oh, Need for Speed actually did the same damn thing. But oh my god. Anyway, the next movie up is
Ready
Player One.
Ready Player One.
In a new area, new place, new kitchen table. Hopefully there's a kitchen table.
Oh, there is.
Okay. Okay. And until then, we'll see you later.
See ya.